1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got it? Tell me you got it. Hello? It's low. How's that? Any better? You fine? Good on that? Fine, that's the way it's going to be. All right.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. As we promised you, we would try to get you as many updates as possible. This is our 8 o'clock in the evening briefing here on the West Coast. We know there's a lot of interest in the story, global interest to be specific. So tonight we have LA County Sheriff Villanueva, who's going to speak with you to give you an update. We also have the LA County Coroner, Chief Medical Examiner, Dr. Jonathan Lucas, who is here, who will also speak. We also want to make sure that for all of our Spanish language outlets, Sheriff Villanueva will be giving those remarks in Espanol as soon as Dr. Lucas is finished with his remarks. So now I want to bring to the podium LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva. Sheriff.
Good evening, everyone. Purpose of tonight's press update is to give you an idea of what's the next steps of this process, this investigation is going to be, and everyone's role. As you can imagine, this is going to be a very extensive process. It's going to take not just days but weeks for us to recover from this. And as the LA County Sheriff's Department, we're working with our federal partners, which is the NTSB and the FAA, and assist them during the course of this investigation. And the FAA is already on scene, and they've provided very invaluable assistance. They've secured a 5-mile flight restriction for the area of the crash site, and also a 5,000-foot ceiling over it. So that is a great help in securing the crash site. As you may already heard from the NTSB, they're already en route to our location to initiate the investigation. We want to thank our partners in the LA County Fire Department for their timely response, putting out the fire and securing the area. And right now, it's as you can imagine, it's a logistical nightmare in a sense because the crash site itself is not easily accessible. However, we're now faced with, I guess, well-wishers and people mourning who have descended on the area, on the residential community, and even the crash site itself. And we have to reiterate, it is off limits to everybody except the first responders and investigators. So we now have personnel deployed to get people away from there, and they cannot access the crash site. It is in very rough terrain, very dangerous, even in daylight, much less in the middle of the night. So we just want people to stay away. The location itself is in a residential community or adjacent to a residential community, and there are no businesses, and we want to have the roads free for first responders and for investigators. If you do not have an identification that establishes you as a local resident, you will not be permitted access to the area. And there are road closures in effect right now. Okay, those road closures are going to be, it's going to be Las Virgenes Road between Agora Road and Los Hills Road are closed until further notice. Additionally, the north and southbound exits to the 101 freeway at Las Virgenes Road is closed until further notice. Okay. And again, for community members that are in the area that want to go, there is a location at De Anza Park if they want to go there to express their condolences and their support for our community in this time of tragedy. That is a place to go, De Anza Park. I want to thank the coroner's office, who is now here. You will hear from our chief medical examiner, Dr. Jonathan Lucas, and we have the CHP is assisting with the road closures. The Ventura County Sheriff's Department is also assisting, in addition to the Santa Monica Mountain Conservancy Park Rangers. So it's a very large group of people. They're going to be deployed throughout the night to secure the area. So we want to encourage people, if you're not a local resident, please stay away from the area. So now I want to turn it over to Dr. Lucas.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Jonathan Lucas. I'm the Chief Medical Examiner for the County of Los Angeles. First and foremost, I just want to offer our thoughts and condolences with all the families of those who lost their lives in this tragic incident. Today, our department had multiple members of our Special Operations Response Team that were on site. Our recovery efforts began today, but as the sheriff mentioned, given the terrain and the condition of the site, we expect that this will probably take at least a couple, if not a few days to complete the recovery. Our priority is completing the recovery as quickly as possible, but safely and thoroughly, and doing that to make sure our staff are, like I said, are safe. Our next priority after recovery is identification and notification of the families, all of which we'll do as soon as we possibly can. I want to give a big thanks to the sheriff and his department, who has been extremely helpful to our department to this point, and I know they will be going forward. I also want to emphasize that we'll be doing our work thoroughly, quickly, and with the utmost compassion. So again, we offer our condolences to the families at this point, and I just want to reassure everybody we're doing everything we can to confirm identifications and give closure to the families involved. Thank you.
En español, buenas noches. Queremos informarles que ya la investigación se ha empezado. Va a ser muy complejo, va a durar no solamente días, sino semanas. Y la oficina del Coroner del Condado de Los Ángeles ya ha empezado a recobrar los restos. El proceso va a durar unos días, pero el proceso de identificarlos va a durar mucho más tiempo que eso. Y es un proceso muy largo. Y la idea es obtener clausura y que cada persona que tenga familiar que falleció en este accidente son identificados, son notificados y después esa información se puede dar a la luz pública. Quiero darle las gracias al California Highway Patrol, a los alguaciles del condado de Ventura y a los Rangers del Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy. Ellos están asistiendo. El área donde fue el accidente está todo cerrado. Y si uno no es residente local de los áreas cercanos al área del accidente, se prohíbe el paso de todo ese lugar. Si no tienes identificación local, no es accesible. No queremos que nadie se presente a ese lugar. Es peligroso. Es peligroso durante el día porque es un sitio muy empinado, que mucha vegetación y es muy difícil de caminar a la luz del día, mucho menos en la noche. Y queremos que todos se mantengan muy alejados de eso. Si alguien local que quiere ofrecer las condolencias o quiere demostrar el respeto a los que padecieron esa tragedia en el parque de Anza, ahí pueden estar ubicados, ¿ok? Y cambiando al inglés, again, our hearts and prayers go out to the families of all of those who lost their life in this terrible accident. Es algo muy doloroso y queremos ofrecerle el pésame a todas las familias de los que fallecieron en esta tragedia. Any questions?
Question for Dr. Lucas, if we could. Doctor? Have our investigators been to the crash site? Have they been able to recover any pertinent information to lead to the identification of those people who did that surgery?
Yes, I mean, every recovery is going to help with identification. So we've, like I said, we've started that process, and as the days come, we'll have more information to lead to that recovery.
Recovery of the information that you've got, are the bodies staying in place or are they being removed after the samples or whatever are taken?
No, as quickly as we can, we'll be removing individuals from the site. We have made some transport, yes. At this point, we're transporting them, and we will be examining them in the days to come. The identification can be a variety of things. Fingerprints, obviously, being the most important or the quickest thing, but other types of methods we can use that are scientifically based. We'll do that if we need to. I don't have those details.
We do know there was an issue of visibility and a low ceiling. The actual conditions at the time of impact, that is still yet to be determined, and we'll have that with the NTSB shortly. We had none operating in the area at the time because of the weather.
Sheriff, you described the scene itself as being fairly rugged, pretty hard to get into at this point. Dimensions that we're talking about here, how wide of an area the NTSB and your people have to look at as far as wreckage, debris spread, everything else?
It's roughly a football field of debris.
About what, circular, about 300 yards, or 100 yards?
Roughly 100 yards across in each direction.
Can you tell us who called 911? What was that process? How was
We received a 911 call at 0947 hours. That was the first call, and then from there, all the 911 lines light up at once. So we get a bunch of people call at once.
it a witness on the trail? You know, where that 911 call?
There were numerous witnesses that either heard or saw something. They were in the vicinity. Yes.
Are you going to be providing that information regarding witnesses that'll be folded into what the NTSB is doing?
Well, we want all witnesses to be interviewed first by the federal investigators, and once they're done interviewing them, then we can identify it. That'll be up to the FAA and the NTSB.
So maybe like 3 more questions.
Go back to Dr. Lucas. We're talking about the identification of there was a fire there. So, assuming that the fire affected some of the remains of these folks, are we talking about dental, DNA, what types of procedures?
I don't really know enough yet about the condition at this point to answer that question, but I can tell you that we will use every method available as needed.
Is that it?
All right, thank
so
you all.
much. Thank you very much.